beep, boop. So this is, these are stinging nettles. I'm cleaning them off. I went and harvested a bunch the other day. And I'm making infusions, which are kind of like tea, except that you steep it for up to 12 hours. So it's like, I don't know, 4 to 12 hours or 3 to 12 hours, something like that. So generally what I've done so far is I've taken the nettles and I have put them in a jar, boiled some water, poured the water over it, put a lid on the jar and left it overnight, and then the next day basically strained out all of the solid, all the leaves, and I'm left with a liquid infused with the goodness of stinging nettles, which are supposed to be one of the healthiest foods out there. High in nutrients, good for all sorts of stuff, arthritis, inflammation, allergies supposedly. And yeah, I've just heard that it's super healthy. At a certain point in time, it was like 4 years ago, I juiced a bunch of these. So I was staying on this farm. There's a biodynamic farm in Western Canada. And basically spent 5 days juicing stinging nettles. And so, like, most people think stinging nettles is like, ooh, they're stingy, you shouldn't touch them, or like it's whatever. So there's a couple things with that. If you go at the nettles like without being worried about it, you grab a hold of them firmly, you basically break all of the pokey bits so that they don't stick into you. There's these little fine hairs that stick into you, and they have some sort of like acid on them, and they cause you to itch or whatever. But I did it for 5 days, and I just in short order I got used to it. And so, you know, the first couple times I grabbed them again, this time, you know, they stung me. They're still like stinging me right now. I can feel it, but it's so inconsequential. Like, and it actually feels kind of good. It almost numbs the touch sense. And then, I don't know, something about it just feels really good. So I was grabbing handfuls of this shit and just like squeezing it. And so my whole hands were like, look, I'll just take this thing and go like this. So anyways, if you, I remember hearing about this stuff and having these beliefs about what it was. And oh my God, it's poison. I'm going to like fucking die if I get touched by stinging nettles. But, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal at all. So, yeah, I was juicing them, and I spent 5 days drinking nettle juice. And now what I've done is this infusion thing sucks all the nutrients out without having to juice it. And then what I do is, or what I have done thus far, is I've taken just some of the leaves and just put them in a smoothie. So I get the full kind of nettle experience, all the fiber and all the other phytochemicals and whatever nutrients are in the leaves that might not get as many of when I do the infusion. So yeah, there you go. And I mean, shit, this stuff is free. And the smoothies, so I make the infusion and I put it in my smoothie today as the base instead of water or juice. And it was the best smoothie I have had in the last, I don't know, month and a half of making smoothies almost every day. It was just absolutely delicious. The flavor profile was just amazing. I mean, there's other vegetables and fruits and stuff in there, but highly, highly recommend it, both for nutritional content and for how good it tastes. So there you have it. Don't be afraid of stinging nettles, and yeah, add them to your diet. They're free in most places. If you can find them, you do some wild foraging. I just found them on the side of a farmer's field as well as on the side of a road. I found the ones on the side of the road first and decided not to go for those because, you know, side of the road, dust being kicked up. I'm sure there's various toxins in the soil and yeah, my other consideration around the farmer's field was that there was off spray from when they sprayed for pests and stuff, but I did go for those ones, and I'm gonna keep searching for an even better a better crop of nettles for next time. So and I think I'm gonna experiment, and I might actually puree some of this stuff and freeze it into little ice cubes, and use those in my smoothie or something. Not sure. But anyways, there you have it. Stinging nettles. Das ist gut.